Hello, I'm William. Welcome back to the second track of our AI PM course. Before we jump into building anything, we need to understand the difference between a prompt and an agent. There's a lot of confusing talk about these terms, and so after this video, you should have a good idea of how they work exactly and be able to functionally distinguish between the two. So let's get into what a prompt actually is. A prompt is simply a single instruction and single output. You have one LLM call, you have no memory, and you have no multi-step decision making. You have a call and then a response. Typical use cases for prompts include summarization, classification, rewriting, extraction, transformations, and translations. Now let's get into what an agent is. An agent is just not a longer prompt. It's a multi-step system that can plan, decide next actions, use tools, observe those results, and then repeat that loop. Instead of one LLM call, agents are running in a loop. You have planning, acting, observing, and repeating steps. Typical use cases for agents include chatbots, research agents, complex problem solving, and tool use. So let's take this into the real world and see, with simple examples, how prompts and agents differ. Taking the example of wanting to work with emails with our LLM, let's see how we can do this. So in the prompt use case, we might summarize this email in one sentence. We would have an email as an input, and then we would have an output, a basic summary of that email. You have one instruction, it's predictable, there's no tool use, and there's no need for memory. If we were to apply agents to this use case, what we might have is an agent that triages all unread emails, categorizes them, drafts replies, and updates your task manager. This requires multi-step reasoning, it requires tool calls, iteration, and handling of edge cases. Let's do a brief summary of what we learned so far. So, we use a prompt when the task is single step, input and output are well defined, and you want speed and simplicity. And on the other hand, we're going to use an agent when our task requires actions and not just text output. We have multiple steps whose steps depend on each other. We have external tools or APIs that we have to communicate with, and also we need autonomy. So now let's look at some trade-offs. The thing is that agents are not always better than prompts, and prompts are not always better than agents. They both need to adjust to their use case. And so you need to understand that prompts are simple, interpretable, cheaper, and easier to debug. Those are all advantages. And agents are more powerful, they're more complex, and for that reason, they're less predictable and they're also harder to test. As a general rule of thumb, you can start with a prompt and then upgrade to an agent as you see that you need more capabilities. But the best thing to always do is start with a prompt and then work from there. So in the next video, we'll see that agents become really useful when they can take actions using tools. In the next video, we're going to get a little technical and hands-on, and we're going to see how prompts and agents differ in the real world in a real development environment.